So 68 total entries in this 100K Super High Roller at EPT Barcelona. Now down to the final 8 and playing down to a winner today. A trophy will be awarded on this stage. A player will be paid nearly $2 million. And we have Mikita Bodziukowski with Queens under the gun +1.
Yeah, that's really how you want to start a final table, playing for $2 million.
Just 7 big blinds for Nick Pietrangelo. And this could be triangle time.
And it's really troubling for Nick because this is probably, you know, the bottom of Pietrangelo's shoving range here. I think with ace-10, we're probably able to find a fold, recognizing the, you know, strength of Mikita's open. But ace-jack just a bit too good. There are going to be some raise folds. And now Mulder behind. We could just see an absolutely massive first hand here on the final table. Just give us a couple hands to warm up, you know?
We've also got a lot of action behind still. There's still kings out there, aces, maybe the other 2 queens.
All in from turn Mulder. So Pietrangelo has shoved. Mulder has reshoved.
Yeah, Mikita has to find a call here simply because Mulder is going to ISO jacks. So it does make the call with queens.
So a 3-way all-in, 2 players at risk. Mulder has both Pietrangelo and Bodziukowski covered. Mikita does have the best hand, though, with queens, 53% equity. Here comes the flop, which has a jack.
Oh, my!
Too many clubs.
So,
and 2 clubs.
Yeah, Nick all but out the door here.
Wow.
Pietrangelo, just less than 1% chance.
So much drama. Mulder with the Broadway draw and the nut flush draw. Bodziukowski, 68% equity with the set of queens. 9 on the turn. 9 of spades, that is. And Nick Pietrangelo is now drawing dead. The river is the 4 of hearts, so queens hold. Bodziukowski wins the main pot and the side pot. Effectively more than doubles up through turn Mulder, and Nicky Pietrangelo is eliminated in 8th place. So Bodziukowski completing in the small blind. Mike Watson with 8-4 in the big blind.
You know, with a slight chip deficit against Watson, going to play a stronger hand. Right away, we see Mike Watson with a significant near 4x raise.
That's Michael Watson to you.
Ooh.
What is it, 220?
So with Bodziukowski calling the raise, we go heads up to the flop. Top pair versus the open-ended straight draw.
A lot of hands like King 10, Queen 10, Jack 10, Queen Jack, King Jack. Hands that will continue. So with that straight draw for Watson, I wouldn't be surprised if we saw a bet, but I also wouldn't necessarily be surprised if we saw a free card. But instead, Nikita's going to flip the script and just lead out for a small bet of 100K. And Watson flipping the script right back. Not taking that cheap turn card. Just saying, oh, we're doing this, huh? We're gonna play chicken?
They're all just so good. Like I get a little bit quieter watching Super High Roller streams. Like it's magical. Do they ever make mistakes?
7 of diamonds on the turn. Bodziukowski now a 4-1 favorite. Gary Oak 620 says somebody needs to put me in one of these super high rollers. I don't know, sounds like nipping to me. You're banned.
Wow.
I was just about to put him in too. You had to ban him.
Bodziukowski has called the 450K, 2.3 million in the pot as we go to the river, which is Barry Greenstein. Ace of spades changes nothing.
Yeah, I guess the question becomes for Mikita after this check. If Watson does, in fact, go all in, are there a lot of aces, ace-x hands that Watson would play as?
All in.
The all-in has been ace.
The bluff shove from Sir Michael Watson.
What is that? Yeah, okay.
Nice. Looks him up.
Makes the call, gets the full double up, and will leave Sir Watts with crumbs.
Ace 4 suited up against Sourdough. Ace 5.
Yeah.
Two very fashionable hands these days. Much like Kevin Paquet's outfit.
And will decide to call. Yeah. Makes sense. Means it's unlikely, but just a small pause while Ben thinks through what the strategy would look like. Checks. And of course, we should say, obviously, Makita hitting this board incredibly strongly, but with that pair. And there are runouts that would be very favorable for Kevin. And poor old Ben Heath continues to run quite bad. Forced to fold and give up, relinquish another couple of blinds, taking him below 10. And Kevin now, how does he want to proceed? Seems like deep stacked, dynamic board. We want to just play passively. Wow.
Two flush draws out there now, and both of them represented by the hold cards of each of the players.
So Makita will have to decide
450.
and bets again. And Kevin, who, you know, if this was ace-4 of spades, would be likely to relinquish. Obviously not going anywhere.
1.2 million for the runner-up. 1.9 million for the winner. There's going to be 2 millionaires
Yeah, unbelievable.
at the end of this event.
And Big River coming.
Whoa. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 is a straight for Bajakowski, who does, okay, at this point, continue running pretty hot. Right.
He goes, what?
1.5
Yeah.
into 1.8.
Kevin a little bit surprised, right, by this bet. Not much 5x in Makita's range. Expected it, didn't necessarily expect to win the hand, but thought it may well go check, check and lose or such like.
Just want to give a little credit to Shook O'Neill, who said the same thing.
And
I
let's
was
it go.
about to bring it up.
Let's it go. Make some
Might have
sense.
stolen it from me.
And Bajakowski is going to raise from the button with King 7 offsuit. 7-5 offsuit for Paquet in the big blind. And this is going to be a... We can still peel with this hand, right? With 15 big blinds.
Yeah, no, you probably should as well.
I know the stop and go isn't really used anymore, but it is kind of a stop and go situation sometimes, right? Like if you if somehow can make top pair, hit a 7 here. Obviously, that would be a disaster for Paquet.
Sure.
Oh,
my
not a disaster
days.
to hit bottom 2 pair in this case. Oh, a huge disaster.
Yes, absolutely.
Huge
massive, Joe.
disaster. The biggest disaster ever. Oh my goodness. And if I couldn't see it, with all the hold cards right on screen, what shot does Paquet have? Bottom 2 in big, big trouble against top 2. And not only are you getting it in bad here, but your equity is almost nil.
Yeah.
Single-digit equity. Makita might be kind of confused. Like, what else is out there? He's like, I've got King 7. Does this guy really have King, does he really have King 5? 7-5? Because pairs are going in pre-flop, so there's no real sets of 7s and 5s, right?
Right, exactly. That's exactly right. You can cap your opponent's range here to not having too many sets. I mean, kings maybe. Yeah, he's probably thinking, how small can I go here in order to get the chips on the river? He opts for the check instead. Very interesting. Little check raise, slow down. I like this a lot because he might check raise if he has like a straight draw and then slow down, and then the King 7 is more confident. Or in this case, he's hoping that he has a hand like King Queen, of course, right? He's not checking to give up. So he's like, okay, make it look like a bluff. This guy can continue betting, or he can bluff at me, and I'll get all the chips in the middle, no problem at all. He's only got 1.9 million behind, so it's just over SPR 1.
All in.
That's it. He's all in. The double check raise.
Paquet all in. Snap called by Bajakowski, and Only a 5% chance
super.
Piquet survives
Hij heeft
this.
koning 7, ik heb 7-5.
This
I have a
would
super.
be a miracle.
Koning 7.
Look at that. Look at that face, Joe.
Budzikowski, pretty happy, knows he is very likely to be going heads up, and they are going heads up. That's it for Kevin Piquet.
Sees Budzikowski pick up ace-4 of clubs on the button.
I think he's probably just going to push this in, James. We are 10 big blinds effective after all, and there is still that ante out there. He's all in.
Shoves on Seidel.
Queens.
Eric Cole saying, I have queens. And if queens hold, that is going to flip the situation around.
Yeah, absolutely. This could be his way back in. It's been
But there is an ace on the flop, always an ace on the desk, and Seidel is now drawing thin. 2 outs, 9% needs hit on the turn or river, or we have our winner. The jack on the turn gives Eric Seidel addition out. He does lose. The queen of clubs is an out.
the actual Black Mariah.
Queen of diamonds, any king. Seidel survives. Any other card? Nikita Budzikowski wins. It's a blank, and we finally have a conclusion in this 100K super high roller. It is Nikita Budzikowski who takes it down for nearly 2 million euros, celebrating with his partner on the rail.